much, Mohammed, and good morning to all of you. Good morning to all of you, ministers, DGs, and representatives from different institutions. Special thank also to the representative from the Benadir region. I think this is federalism in process, on the move. I mean, to have all of you around the table, even if this time is a virtual table. I mean, at least from the EU side, we feel very comfortable and very happy to have promoted, to have participated in the promotion of this gathering. I would like also to acknowledge the presence of some colleagues from EU member states that are also contributors to ILED. I would like only to reiterate, if you allow me, 4 ideas which I think are essential when we think about ILED. Because ILED, in fact, is an innovative way for the European Union to contribute to state building in Somalia. I mean, it is not as normally we do projects or we do budget support, but we thought that ILED, a more integrated approach, could be a good tool to accompany you, all of you, at local, at the state, at federal level, to accompany you in the process of consolidating your institutions. So let me first of all say that with ILED, we have to put people at the center. Of course, there are always projects that try to address people's needs. There are other projects that try to address institutional needs. But at this time, I mean, we should keep in mind that please, whatever we do, we have to, this should have an impact. Whatever activity or action is done by ILED, it should not be something that should have a strong impact on the daily life of the people, should have an impact in the living condition of the people. It means that institutions, which are also important, but institutions should reinforce by providing services. This is an issue that should be kept at the center of ILED, and we hope that during the whole process that will be respected. The second idea is that we all agree that Somalia is a federal state. In fact, if we look at you and we see representatives from local communities, from states, and from the federal government, of course, this is a federal state. But what I would like to reiterate, or I would like to encourage from the EU side, is that this becomes not an official declaration, but sometimes that it integrate in our minds. And to integrate in our minds, that will require this sense of agreement, this sense of not competing by power, who decides what, but to make sure that there are common grounds that have been agreed by all of you whenever there are decisions to be taken under ILED. And let me tell you that one of the best tools that we have, for example, at European level, to ensure this kind of agreement is transparency and accountability. Transparency means that decisions are taken based on procedures or on criteria, and that the people may get the possibility also to know which are these criteria. And accountability means that once something has been done, that there is some kind of attention given to the cost effectiveness of this action. So let's integrate, please, the federal system in our minds, not just let go from talking about it, just to integrate that in our minds. And again, that will require this sense of agreement that, by the way, it is part of the Somali culture. So it is not something new for Somali citizens and Somali institutions. The third idea I would like to share with you is that we are managing public money. You know, this money is coming from European tax payers. And So we, the delegation of the European Union, we are accountable also about the use of this money. And you know, these actions, these projects are always done through partners, through implementing partners. And we cannot close our eyes about the difficulties we have sometimes to select the right partners, the right implementing partners. But you know, as we know, that Somalia is not a normal environment. You know the constraints under which we are working. So I hope that we can find always some kind of understanding about the difficulties to find the right partners, partners that comply with our criteria, with our rules and procedures. Because as I said initially, we are accountable to this money. We need to monitor and evaluate the use of this money, not for you, not for your citizens, but also for our European institutions and our European citizens. So, of course, we will be open to Somali partners as well, but not any Somali partners that again comply with these rules and procedures that unfortunately are part of the deal, are part of the assistance when we use public money. And so this is another idea, and I hope that during the discussions we will talk about that, and we will try always to find a clear understanding of this problem. And finally, my last idea to share with you is the urgency to show results. ILET has had a long planning process. This was timely, this was required, this was necessary. And I'm happy now, whenever I talk to you, to see that you are familiar with this idea of ILET. But let's recognize also that there has been a long planning process, and it is time that we show results. So I hope that in the incoming months, we will reach agreements to at least launch some kind of case studies, of example actions, actions that are agreed by everybody in each federal member states, in Benadir, that could be used as an example of what ILET may produce, ILET may impact during its implementation. So, colleagues, time for showing initial results to identify also examples that could again refill, give more confidence to the people, give more confidence to the authorities, to yourself, about the pertinence of this approach of ILET. So these were my initial remarks. I'm happy, really, ministers, to have you around the table. I hope we could continue very soon. We could resume very soon our physical contact, and the next steering committee could be taken physically anywhere in Somalia. But in the meantime, many thanks for your dedication, for adapting so well to this virtual way of working, and good luck to the discussion this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.